Hope all is well with everyone. Coming back at you with another one, straight to the point. Straight to the point. But in this video, I'll be going over 5 positive black male role models of 2019. And the reason I feel this to be important is because black males usually are stereotyped in a negative light, and I feel that it's very important to young black minds all over the world and all people all over the world to be able to see them in the proper light, which is a positive light. These gentlemen that I'll be going over are accomplishing great things all over the world, and it's very important that we take time to give them thanks. So sit back, relax, and appreciate. Peace. First gentleman we'll get into is Lil Jon, a musician and an entrepreneur, businessman. Lil Jon has opened up 2 schools in Ghana, the Maa Kheru Dumas, and the Obomaya DA Kindergarten, where over 300 plus kids are already enlisted. He himself has already donated over $70,000. It's important to understand that the light that is shed on the black male of America has always been in a negative stereotype. So it's important that we discuss the positive aspects that don't get as much credit, don't get as much attention or praise. Lil Jon has opened 2 schools. 2. There are people talking about opening schools that still have never established a school. Lil Jon has opened up 2, helping over 300 plus kids. Understanding that the kids are our future, but they're not our future if we don't give them something to build upon. So it's important to understand the severity or the need for our own schools. You understand? He's focusing on the black youth, the black minds, the black man, or the young black male and the young black female. The Maa Kheru and the Obomaya DA Kindergarten. Lil Jon is accomplishing great things, and we don't hear about it. We hear about the bullshit on TV, the bullshit in politics, and all this and that. We don't hear about this enough. My focus in this video is just to give you the game, the rundown of what they don't tell you about these gentlemen. I'm not going to sit here and discuss their backstory and their life story. No, these are great accomplishments that we need to be aware of. So please share this to the youth if you can. Show them that there are these men. They do exist. These are role models we can look up to, take pointers from. Get a little bit of game. See how we can do the same or even better. So I just want to say and give thanks to Lil Jon for his accomplishments. You understand? Even though we don't hear about it, we're hearing about it now, and that's what matters. So, Lil Jon, you are appreciated for everything you're doing, man. We see you. We salute you. This next one is a hometown native of mine, LeBron James, Cleveland Cavalier, Miami Heat. Now he's a Laker. But yeah, LeBron James has the I Promise School, 240 plus at-risk students, and out of those, 90% of them met or exceeded individual growth in reading and in math. The school also focuses on the parents by covering the cost of all expenses in the school's Family Resource Center, which provides parents with the GED preparation, work advice, health and legal services, and even quarterly barbershops. As well, LeBron James has donated over $600,000 to the I Promise school programs as well. This is a hometown native, so there's not going to be too much negative things that you could say about this. Another black male that does not get the light or the credit due, focusing on education, understanding that there are those children that don't have the resources or opportunities that would help them in school and you know what I'm saying? So he understood that a lot of what a student goes through, how a student functions and produces and achieves certain things in schools and in life, a lot of it comes from the home. If the home is in order, then the child has a better chance of excelling, has a better positive impact at the home. If the home is, broken, it's going to impact the child in a negative manner, and it's going to be shown through school. You'll see it, and just in social situations in general. So it's a great thing that he understood the psychology of, well, if we want this child to succeed, then we understand the impact of the home on the child. And so he focuses not just on the child, but he focuses on the home. It's a team effort, and it's irony, but it's not, because he's a sports player. You see what I'm saying? He understands that. And so we got to give credit to where credit's due. It isn't just, let's open a school and throw these kids right back into the program, right? He understands it's more than just the student. It's more than just the child that has that decides how the child does in school. It's also the family unit. So let's help out. And so for that, we appreciate that. Thank you. And we just give him credit, man. Now here we have a greatest of all time rapper, a revolutionary, an activist in many ways for a very long time. He's not just a musician, he's not just an activist, he's also an actor, a producer, a businessman, a business mogul. And he's doing something which, me personally, I think is amazing and needs more attention and needs more support from us. This is Ice Cube, and he's the owner, the owner of a professional basketball league called the Big Three. And the Big Three is comprised of former NBA stars and legends, men and women. He has given women the opportunity to coach in what we would deem a man's sport. You understand? And to the extent that a female coach took her team in the Big Three to the championship and won. You understand what I'm saying? He owns a sports league that doesn't get as much credit as the other sports leagues. And he's a black owner. We should be supporting. It's on national TV. You see what I'm saying? The Big Three has made such an impact that it will be in the 2020 Olympics. That's right. Ice Cube's sports league has made it to the Olympics. The 3-on-3 will be in the 2020 Olympics. Think about that. And we barely hear about it. We know it exists, but we don't support it. We're watching NBA Finals right now. You see what I'm saying? It's family orientated. For the price of one basketball game, you get 4 basketball games in that one sit. You see what I'm saying? It has such an impact that EA 2K Sports might create a 3-versus-3 game based on the Big Three and put it in their game. Like, listen to this, family. We have a black male, a positive role model, doing great things, doing what we only talk about, start our own basketball league, put great NBA superstars in that league. He did it. And he's getting great support, but we could support him much more. You understand? So we have to understand the impact of that on the young black male's mind. Because we're hoopers. A lot of us, not all of us, but a lot of us is hoopers. Here goes a black male role model who comes from the streets like that and has accomplished this. So this is important for these reasons. These are role models. We can take game from these gentlemen. You see what I'm saying? He's making it to the Olympics. He made it to 2K basketball game, EA Sports. So Ice Cube, man, keep doing your thing. Most definitely, we appreciate that. And here we have Nipsey Hussle, another musician from LA, Los Angeles. You know, we have to give thanks to this man who's no longer with us due to street politics, for real. But he made his impact long before he left, you know, and his impact still carries on even after that, you know. So we got to give thanks. This is Nipsey Hussle, an artist, an activist, a community leader. You know, he's done a lot of great things himself as well, and the actions of what he did still resonate now. Like I said, he's from Los Angeles, and he purchased the shopping plaza in his own neighborhood where his Marathon clothing line is located to this day. He also supports the Destination Crenshaw New Arts Projects Open Air Museum and Outdoor Art and Cultural Center, celebrating Black Los Angeles. He's also donated shoes to and funded the renovation of a Crenshaw Elementary School playground that you can just go Google and see that now. It's a beautiful piece of art. He fixed it up real nice. He also launched a Too Big to Fail as a partnership with a company called Vector 90, which led to the opening of a co-working space for a STEM initiative for local youth. Once again, technology, education, arts, you know, we're the originators of these things. And so these gentlemen that I'm speaking on are kind of trying to pull us back into understanding that it takes a village, group economics. Hey, we didn't just get out the hood and leave. We came back and gave y'all gems and blocks of foundation to build upon, you know. So we have to appreciate what he's doing. He's a musician who used his celebrity and his financial powers to bring economics back to his neighborhood, to keep the money circulating within his neighborhood. He understood the group economics. His Marathon clothing line, he hires felons, friends, and family as well. He's given opportunities to various different types of people because he understood, for the people, you benefit more when you invest in your people. And so, you know, we gotta thank the genius and the understanding that he brought to the table by showing the black community, look, hey man, everybody else's money circulate within their neighborhood and within their folks. We gotta do the same thing. So he was trying to promote that. For that, we gotta say thank you. And here we have another musician. He's doing amazing things. If you don't know who this gentleman is, his name is Akon. And if you don't know him still, he had a hit a long time ago called Locked Up. Akon Locked Up. Just go Google that. You probably know him then. But Akon is doing amazing things. He got out of America. He understood, hey, we got to get up out of here. This place is coming down. But Akon is doing, man, Akon is doing amazing things. Like he's ahead of his time type things. He's given electricity to over 15 East African countries. Once again, another black male coming back to his folks and providing for his folks. He's setting his folks up. Black folks, we gotta start practicing better group economics. It's that simple. Yeah, he's given electricity to over 15 East African countries, which is roughly over 600 million people. Understand the impact of being able to help and give electricity to over 600 million people. He's working on Solar Academy to train individuals in renewable energy. That's incredible in itself. He was named Forbes' most influential African musician. He's dealing with over 100,000 solar street lamps across 480 communities in 15 countries, 1,200 solar microgrids, over 5,000 indirect jobs created. So now not only is he influencing and giving electricity to over 15 East African countries, which is roughly over 600 million people, but he's also giving indirectly jobs to over 5,000 people. That's amazing, man. Like, that's incredible. And we don't hear about these things. We rarely hear about these things. And when we do, it's just for a quick second, man. And so I definitely find it very important to get this information out there, because the stereotypes are more powerful at this point, because it's been propagated for so long to look at the black male in such a negative fashion. And we see that throughout times nowadays. And so it's very important to show that, no, that's not even the tip of the iceberg. That's a bunch of bullshit. We got great black males in positions doing great things. And so we have to understand the importance of videos like this. So Akon, we do appreciate you, man. Thank you for everything you're doing, as well as everybody else. And while you sit here listening to my beautiful voice, you know, it don't take nothing but a hop skip to press that like button, man.
Why at school? That's part of the reason why, because I know exactly what these 240 kids are going through. I know the streets that they walk. I know the trials and tribulations that they go through. I know the ups, the downs. I know everything that they dream about. I know all the nightmares that they have because I've been there. I know exactly what they're going through. So, you know, they're the reason why this school is here today. And yeah, there you go. Say it again. There you go, testimony. We're going to turn this Monday into a Sunday soon. You're going to say something like that again. Reverend James is going to come out soon. I already got the suit on. You know? But I think for kids, for young kids, ages 7, 8, 9, 10, the most important thing that we can give them is structure and a sense of they just want someone to feel like we care. Kids just want to know if we care about them. They have the dreams, they have the aspirations, they have everything that they can actually get to whatever they want to get to in life. They just want to know that someone cares. And that's why we're doing this today. That's why we're going to continue to do things like this, because we want these kids over here, and all the kids in this city, and hopefully beyond the city lines, beyond the state lines, beyond the country lines, understand that this is something because we care about their future. So I can't say another word without thanking Michelle Campbell, wherever you are. She is the main reason why this is possible. Her heart, her passion, her commitment to excellence, her commitment to the LeBron James Family Foundation is the reason we sit up here today with the LeBron James I Promise School. And I said wherever you are, but she's right over here. She hates attention, but she's right here, trying to hide behind these bleachers over here. Unbelievable. To the Akron Public School System, thank you. Thank you so much. I was a part of the Akron Public School System from kindergarten all the way to 8th grade, and I just want to say thank you for your support, for your commitment to not only the LeBron James Family Foundation, but also to these kids. You guys are unbelievable. Thank you so much. To all the sponsors, I see all of you guys all over. Thank you so much. I wish I could thank every last one.
At this summit, what's your name? Where you from?
My name Nipsey Hussle. I'm from LA, Slauson and Crenshaw area. You know.
Okay, well, Nipsey Hussle, that's named after Nipsey Russell, the comedian.
Correct. Yes. Yes.
So talk a little bit about yourself, man. What brings you up here, up and coming, and how come you're not blinging and having all kind of crazy diamonds and all that. I guess you here to get your money right, huh?
All the time. I mean, you know, all that is cool for the image and all that, but all them is liabilities, you feel me? I'd rather invest in some real estate, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, wait, can you repeat that again, man? You're up-and-coming artist. What did you say you want to do?
I say invest in some assets as opposed to trick off my money on some liabilities like diamonds. You know what I'm saying? Cars that lose value as soon as you drive them off the lot.
So you're trying to get land.
Exactly, homie. A real asset. Take care of my peoples, cause you know it look good, but at the end of the day, you losing value, homie. It ain't appreciating. It's depreciating. It's losing value.
What do you think? Why do you think it's so hard for people to get that message? You know, I mean, one half you get guys that say they got to impress the females. Female ain't trying to talk to you unless you blinged out. On the other hand, you got other people feel like they got to show off to the homies and impress them with their riches. I mean, what do you think is how do we get that out of that mindset?
I mean, I feel like that's insecurity. Material things ain't nothing. You feel me? At the end of the day, it's who you is. You know, if you wasn't born with it, you're gonna die without it. So, if you feel you need some diamonds or some jewelry to get at a female, it's because you feel you lack something within yourself. You know what I mean? So, all that, as far as that angle, it's like I feel that's insecurity.
Now, talk a little bit about yourself, man. You out here, what you say, Slauson, right off Crenshaw and all that, right? What, he's Egyptian?
No,
you know? Oh,
East African.
oh, see, she got it all wrong. She know.
Got the continent right, though.
Yeah, you got the continent. Okay, well, you know, she said he's Egyptian. You know, Ethiopia is a little bit different, man. It's a little bit over to the west. You know, she didn't take classes
It's
there.
all good, though. She got the continent right, though. You know what I mean? I'm African, but I'm from LA, though. You know what I mean?
All right, talk a little bit about what you're doing and how you're trying to make a difference in terms of the West Coast scene out here right now. How you trying to fit in? What's your angle?
I mean, I'm just representing what's going on out here. You know what I'm saying? From a perspective of a young dude that been out in these streets in LA, you feel me? I'm just, you know, giving it to him raw and uncut. But at the same time, I'm not glorifying this violence that's popping out here because it ain't nothing to glorify. You know what I'm saying? I'm just really, it's like I look at my music like a snapshot of my neighborhood. You feel me?
What's your neighborhood like, man? Lots of big houses, pools,
I mean,
nice police officers and everything?
No, nothing like that. You feel me? You know,
Do they protect and serve in your neighborhood?
No, you feel me? They react. The police react. They don't stop nothing. It's still people getting killed, still robberies popping. Everything happen, they just react to it. You know what I'm saying? They take you to jail and make money off you after it happens. They don't stop nothing, though. You feel me? The police don't protect and serve nothing. They just react to it. You feel me?
So let me ask you, LA right now has been experiencing a lot of black and brown stuff, a little violence going on there. What would you say to that? And somebody in your neighborhood coming from where you at, what message do you give so people can maybe see things in a different light?
I mean, I feel like, we got a common enemy. You know what I'm saying? So I don't feel we got time to be beefing. You know what I'm saying? It don't make no sense. That's divide and conquer. You know what I'm saying? That's Willie Lynch. You know what I mean? We got a common enemy in these capitalists that's taking control of our assets and colonizing what we doing. As far as rap music, as far as our continent we came from, our culture and all that, like, we got a common enemy. So we ain't got time to have issues amongst ourselves. The same as well as a black on black.
Have you been back to Africa? I know next in January they're going to have a big World Social Forum in Kenya. You might go out to that. And what's the scene like over there on the hip-hop tip?
Man, they loving it, homie. That really opened my eyes to how global and worldwide hip-hop has become. You feel me? I went to East Africa, where my peoples is from, like 2 years ago.
A lot of people don't know, man, in East Africa and Somalia and all those places, they have the war poets out there. All that rap stuff that we do today came from that area. Am I right? Am I lying?
No, that's real talk. You know what I'm saying? It comes from struggle. People got to express their struggle. When you ain't got no other means of liberating yourself, it's through spoken word and expression. You feel me? So it's relative out there as well. You know what I mean? They relate to our struggle. You feel me?
Okay, well, there you go. So we're going to look out for you, Nipsey Russell. When's your next album coming out? When's it going to drop?
First quarter 07. Bullets ain't got no name. Slauson Boy Records. You know what I mean? We're going to get distributed. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get in all the stores. It's going to be popping. Nipsey Hussle.
And remember, man, he said invest in land. Don't be being like these other folks, man, buying all kind of diamonds and stuff that, that depreciates in value. That means it ain't worth nothing at the end of the day. Am I right?
All the time. Buy your mama a house, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good investment. There you go, man. We out for now, family.
This world is all about branding and marketing. The number one branders in the universe is the United States. They made United States seem like it's the best place in the world to be. It's the land of the free, home of the brave. I go there to find and chase my dreams. We have to be able to tell our own stories. Directors, filmmakers, entertainers, it's going to be clearly, and the press, it's going to be your job to redefine how people think about Africa. Because you're here, you see what's going on. You clearly can see in a vivid picture the good, the bad, and the ugly. What you choose to put out there is what the world is going to get. Because I can tell you right now, in Chicago alone, there's more people dying in Chicago than there was in the war in Iraq. But you would never see that. There's a lot of things that's happening in the U.S. that you would never see because they choose to show you what they want you to see for, you know? It's about country integrity. You have a certain reputation you have to keep. No one puts their family business out into the street. One of the problems we have in Africa is that when something happens, the press is quick to put out negative energy and quick to put out a negative story. And then that story goes on to internet, and other broadcasting systems take it, and they post it. So when you look at places like Kenya, for instance, that I know of, maybe what, 2 terrorist attacks? But it was everywhere. So now people was afraid to go to Kenya because somebody shot up the mall. But then when you look online, there was over 25,000 attacks in the U.S., but you only knew about maybe 5 or 6. So we have to really rebrand. And then when you look at how the world perceives Africa, they're right. You know, you see zebras, lions, tigers, bears. Oh my. You get to the point where you think Africa's just a big jungle. The images that they're showing of Africa is historical images. This is way before civilization. This is when they were still, you know, battling with spears, like times of Shaka Zulu. No, I'm serious. But then when you look at the U.S., they're showing Superman, Batman. You know? Where is our Superman? Where is our, like, Shaka Zulu should be a superhero today. Really. So we have to tell our own stories. I mean, even Jesus is white. And you believe it. But it's okay, because how you were framed, if you taught something from the day you were born, and your mother taught you that, your father taught you that, it's real. You never look at your mom and your dad as liars. But their mother and father taught them the same thing, because that's the kind of history that's put out for them to believe. Our history books in the U.S. is all white American history, culture that's been borrowed from other nations. But Africa have to teach the same history of our ancestors, the great things that they have accomplished. You know? And it's going to be the jobs of directors like yourself, filmmakers like yourself, to narrate that story. How do we want to be perceived? How do we want that story to be narrated to the rest of the world? This younger generation, we kind of figured it out. Because now, when you look at hip-hop in America, every rapper is rich. Gold chains, Bentleys, nice girls by the pool with bathing suits in this big mansion. And then, when the video's over, they get on their phone and call an Uber. They don't even come in the Bentley that you just saw in the TV. But you go to Nigeria, we got Wizkid, Davido, P-Square, all these guys driving a Bentley, Mercedes. They actually own those cars. That's the difference. But if we don't translate that, they will never know. They think we're going to leave the shoot and go home on a horse or a zebra. Because that's what they know. This is why African Americans are so afraid of Africa. You mention Africa, they start shaking. There's so much fear. They don't know how to translate that. It was just recent that people are now saying, yeah, man, you know what? I rock with Africans, man. You know what I'm saying? I want to do some collaborations, man. Yo, man, I need an Afrobeat remix. You know what I'm saying? But before, they'd be like, man, I don't know that dude. I'm not putting him on my record. So the younger generation is slowly understanding how you have to rebrand the culture, because the culture has adapted. They've actually took everything that we've created and made it look better. They made a superstar look like a superstar. When I look on TV and I see our biggest entertainers, they don't look like stars. That's why you can't really respect the entertainer. If a politician saw a singer, he'd just be like, oh, he's just a local singer.
Well, there's my video, family, you know. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I enjoyed creating it, even though I had some troubles with editing it up and things like that. That was nothing, man. This message is too important to just get frustrated and quit. I was gonna finish this regardless. For so long, the propaganda against the black man has been in a negative spotlight. A lot of us forgot that it was bullshit and believed it. So my intention was to bring the positive light and show you that the black male is not a negative being like it's been propagated for so long. So I really do hope you guys appreciated it. I hope you share it with somebody. Just tell them, just check it out, you know. I hope you hit the like, but I really do hope you enjoy it and see the importance of understanding that there are black male role models out here. All right? With that being said, peace.